Hello and welcome back to Heartsfire 4 Gotterdammerung. This is part 3 of our Third Reich campaign. We're going to see if we can hold back the Soviets some more. So I've received a comment from the mod creator who thinks that my grand advance to the rear is going to be our downfall, so they'll never be able to take it back. So consider that challenge accepted. We'll see what we can do. So, I think I'm going to try and let as much time as possible tick in this episode. We're going to see if we can get rid of some of this deficit. Because once we're all tooled up, I'm feeling pretty good. Right, let's see. Welcome to the mod. The event will kick off. I've just reloaded, by the way, which is why some of this might be odd. It's possible there's been an update to the mod, which would be why all this happens again. Hang on. Only in one war? Which has the Soviet Union in it. That's interesting. How are the Comintern and the Allies in one war? And Japan isn't in my faction? That's interesting. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to garrison all of the Soviets. Fantastic. That's odd. I don't know if it was that way last time. I swear we had 2 wars. Oh well, we're fighting in an all-out war now. I think we can probably make that work. Where are you going? No, it's not a sensible move order. Oh yes, I'm going to do something else that I think's a little bit OP in this current patch. You should basically always request Lend-Lease from everyone in your faction, because there's basically no downside. If it's your puppet, you're giving them a little bit of autonomy, but it doesn't really matter. And, you know, at the moment every gun we can get is a very helpful thing. So we're going to just request everything these little guys can give us. Hopefully so. Look at that, most of them are on negative 100,000, which is a bit insane. So not much, but you know, every little helps. I really like the music in this mod. I know they're using some music from Heartsfire 3. I don't know where the rest of it comes from, but it's really good. What's that? It's a naval battle we're not in, apparently. Who's fighting then? Maybe the Japanese? Seems unlikely. Right, so let's get our fleet going. We're going to go with probably 2 wolf packs. Yeah, I think 2 wolf packs should be good. Or 1? I'm not sure. Let's go with 2. Got any other decent naval bases? That's Königsberg, Danzig. I'm going to base them out of different places so that when they need to repair, as they of course inevitably will, they're able to find a free slot in which to repair. Excuse me. Okay. And as I said earlier, our surface fleet is just going to patrol the Baltic. I'm going to keep them safe in reserve. We might build up a bigger surface fleet later, and then we'll try and push with that. But for now we're just going to hold it in reserve. Push in here. That would be good. Get on to speed 4. Seems to be running faster today. More ports down here. Needed garrisoning. There we go. Okay. So yeah, as I say, we're gonna excuse me. We're gonna see how much of this supply we can get back up. Lots of presumably just no, we are losing some subs. I don't like that. 21 Japanese convoys. Where on earth are they going? Yeah, plenty of people joining in. It's us versus... What? How was Brazil in the war? Oh, God. That's interesting. Interesting. It's gonna be a challenge, but hey, that's why I downloaded this mod. What a challenge. Croatia's gonna give us a couple of men. All right. I'm gonna put you on. Oh, I missed some ports. Oopsie daisy. Put them onto the ports. I don't like mixing AI divisions into my front lines because they're usually. Good lord. Apparently the world doesn't like Hitler, guys. I mean, I know, I'm as shocked as you are. Oh, blimey. What happened here? Looks like the British did a naval invasion of Greece, but they've got no port yet, so we should be able to clear them out. I'm going to redeploy. Well, let's see what we can do with our local divisions. Is that mountains? Yeah, I don't want to push into mountains, really. And if I can let them just starve out, then that's fine. The end is not near game. Wants to provide... Yep, sure. So hopefully, because of their low supply, they do have no supply in there, right? Yes, there's zero supply in there. Maybe I should abandon some of these. Is there anything useful? There is a factory here. Rhodes doesn't have anything useful on it. Okay, we're going to abandon Rhodes in favour of getting some more troops onto useful ports like this one here in Athens. Okay. Front's still looking fine. Soviets haven't really begun a big push. The worry will be when attacks spring up all along this line. That's when I'm going to start to actually fret. It looks like we're just going to lose all our subs. So I should probably just cancel that plan. Alright, let's... New plan. Repair now. Just disengage. I'm going to set them all in this eastern northern sea. What's that say? Eastern North Sea, and see if we can do a little bit of convoy raiding like that. And I'm going to enable automatic split off, I think, which lets the damaged ships go home while the undamaged ships keep fighting. If they stay up here, that should be a bit safer. How's the air looking? Oh, they've taken over in Western Poland. 3,000. Yeah, they've redeployed all their guys from Eastern Poland to Western Poland. That's not good. Do we have any fighters? No, we've got nothing really. I do have some close air support that I could deploy. Not going to help with air superiority, but will help a little bit with combat. So push down in the south, still not going so well. I'm going to accept just any expeditionary forces I can get, just so that, you know, the more control I have rather than the AI, the better, is my motto on that one. Oh, darn it, they're not going to make it. Those guys coming back from Rhodes, I should have thought about that. They're not going to be able to survive. But look at this organisation dropping here. 16% attrition, ouch. I'm going to temporarily move the guy from Thessaloniki down here to Athens, because we can't allow this tank division to take that port. Otherwise they'll have supply, and this is going to become a real threat at that stage. You're not strategically deploying him directly there, because you can't strategically deploy into a battle. Looks like that attack's finished. Yeah, those convoys did indeed perish en route, unfortunately. But these Romanian divisions and some Croatian divisions, it's looking better. Let's try our own attack. Oh no, that's going to go nowhere. I'll let the Italians keep throwing bodies at that problem. See if they can make any progress. Looks like we're holding okay down here now. That's good. I'm going to wait for these guys to get a planning bonus before I start anything down there. Still not looking great. let's bump the speed up back up. That is one that I regret. Well, not regret, but I don't like. I don't like that we've lost Ostpreußen. It's a nice core of ours, so we're losing a fair amount of recruitable population from there, unlike all this place, which was pretty worthless. So I didn't say when the series began, Gotterdammerung is the German word for Ragnarok, which you're much more likely to have heard of, which is the Norse apocalypse myth, where there's a huge battle with the gods and the world all comes crashing down and fire and ice. So it's very appropriate. It's a well-named mod, I think. But we're going to reverse history, and we're going to make sure that the thing that comes crashing down is this over here, and these. The ugly product of Versailles has already come crashing down. We're going to see if we can make sure that the doom of this Ragnarok is not our own. Marvellous. Alright, so they're on very low supply now, so let's see if we can manage a push. Not down there, we can't. But that's alright. Yeah, that's what let's see. I think I should probably leave the port defenders where they are. Because, fighter wings going down. Alright, scrap this. We can't have... I'm debating whether just to withdraw all air wings from Western Poland. If they're just going to get just killed... Oh no, that's a mistake. If they're just going to get killed, I can't just leave them there. I mean, what's the point? I don't think we're achieving much with our persistence in Eastern Poland, so I'm going to give that up. Go for some over in Eastern. No, now they've redeployed as well. Alright, well, let's just scrap the northern missions. Let them have their superiority. We can't afford to just throw planes at it. We're not the kind of economical powerhouse that can afford to just throw away planes on a whim. Right, so pushing back this naval invasion. I'm not against them doing this kind of naval invasion, because basically the only thing that happens in this kind of naval invasion is they take a bunch of casualties, and I'm always in favour of Allied casualties. Why are they holding so much better down here than they were here? There's no fort there or anything. Well, it won't hold for long. Not with zero supply. Come on. It's funny. These guys, they held out pretty well, but not well enough. Down they go. Fabulous. Okay, now these guys, again, I think I'm going to put them on port defense. I just really don't like the AI's division templates, so I'm going to put them all onto port defenses. Great. Oh, just saw our borders change. What was that? Not sure. So yeah, we lost a whole bunch of subs down there, unfortunately. Looks like our sub fleets are all repairing. Push? No. I thought they were pushing into our actual line. Worried me for a moment there. Okay. Well, as I said, we're going to see how much time we can get through this one. Backhanded blow, that is a great tactic to use when on the defense, and of course modern blitzkrieg, 57 days, very nice. We don't have a surplus of anything really. Rocket interceptors. Should I send up some rocket interceptors? How many? They appear to have withdrawn their planes. That's odd. Oh, they put them down here. Curses. One fighter in that wing. That's not so good. Alright, call it off. We'll just have to wait until we're in a position to produce planes. There come theirs. I'm not sure who shot that one down. Do we have any anti-air? Doesn't look like it. We might produce some anti-air later, but as for now, we just need to get out as many military factories as possible. Mussolini's last speech. Benito Mussolini gave a speech at the Trito Lirico in Milan. That would be his last, though he maintained that new German weapons would turn the tide of the war, which clearly a political last will and testament to he tried to defend himself in the eyes of history. The fools have not given up yet. The fools? It's us! He doesn't need to give it in Milan, he can give it in Roma. So we managed to retake all of this. Glorious. Glorious style. Right, so here come all our improved companies. There's not much left to research. Oh yes, we can get nukes going. Get some missiles up. But that's about it. I mean, I'm not going to use modern tanks for a while. I guess I could start a very early night vision. No. Well, maybe actually. Because we have most other things. Oh, let's improve our subs. So we're holding this fine, but as I say, they haven't done a proper push yet. I want to know why we're at war with the Soviet Union. In the same war as everyone else. I want to know why we're at war with Brazil, for that matter. Did Brazil join near the end of the war? I don't know. It's entirely possible that they did, and my history ignorance is just showing. I can't think why they would, though. So here's their attempted pushes. They're going our way, though, by the looks of it. Yeah. Nice, nice. Enemy air superiority is not good. Minus 30% defense, but all that entrenchment and that terrain, their terrain, the terrain pulling down their attack, we seem to be holding pretty well. When we begin our push, we're going to push out to this river fairly early, I think. That'll be one of our first advances. If we don't go for a kind of all-out push, which we may yet. We may go for a kind of naval invade in Leningrad, blitz to Moscow, combine that with nuking. That could be good. Do we have any? No, I don't think. Well, I can't tell actually, because there could be some in here. I'm going to build a nuclear reactor in Berlin, just so that as soon as we get that tech, we can start work on it. That won't take too long. That's good. We're holding out down here. More youth volunteers, fantastic. The mod developer, by the way, did say that he's working on trying to get rid of some of the pop-up spam, excuse me, on events like that. Available war goal on Poland and Luxembourg and Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia doesn't exist. Material designer. Might as well get the infantry equipment one, just for that final little bit that's going to come later when we research the second level of night vision. House supply. Fine everywhere but just here. Alright, well, let's delete some more units then. I really don't like having low supply, and I really also don't like having this darn infantry equipment deficit. But we're getting there, 217 days, you know, progress is being made. I didn't check how. So all our units are trained, at least. We don't have any green guys, really. That's lovely. Very handy. Dum bum bum. Well, we appear to be proving Patton wrong so far. We're holding this line. What's that? Eastern North Sea. Yeah, there we go. Taking out some Soviet convoys. Here come the US's subs. Looks like we're withdrawing in time. Good. Alright, looking good. Bum ba bum bum bum. Should we attack Switzerland? I don't feel like there's much to gain from attacking Switzerland. They've got some aluminium, and I'm sure there's some factories in there, but pushing into these mountains is never pleasant. Although, taking Switzerland actually requires you take a total of 1, 2, 3 provinces, because you can just push in here and here, and that's all their victory points, and they'll surrender. Usually you have to push in probably here and here in order to get a 2-flanked attack on Bern, because Bern is hills. It's quite tricky. Tricky to get a good attack in there if you don't take the neighbouring provinces. Here we go, this is some good old classic Hearts of Iron 3-track. Oh, that's good. I always like this song. Well, they do have some nice divisions, but it looks like holding pretty well. Looking pretty good. As I said, we're really just trying to get this into a better situation at the moment. 180 days, we're getting there. We're getting there. And of course, every day that passes, our production is only getting better. Because 150 civvy factories are powering out our military factories. I'm debating the wisdom of going with infantry equipment 3 rather than the basic here, because I mean, that 150 a day, it's just glorious. Compare that to the 50 a day of the decent one. Because this infantry equipment, let's compare it, right? It's a lot worse, I mean, I'll grant you, but so basic infantry equipment compared to the MP43, excuse me. So the defense is, what, nearly half as bad, but not actually, it's not actually half. Soft attack is massively worse. Massively worse. The breakthrough is a bit worse than half. Hard attack is a quarter. So actually, in terms of a production efficiency, you know, these are better, even in production cost per soft attack, and they're not production cost per defense. And we're doing a lot of defending at the moment. But I still think it's worth it. We need a gun for every man. We're not the Soviets. We're not having a gun per 2 men or any of that nonsense. I'm going to go for the night vision because we've got not much to research, and we might as well get it as soon as we can. There comes modern blitzkrieg. Once we have our glorious tank divisions, they're going to be fantastic tank divisions. I guess might as well get some more naval doctrine. They're beefing up the line down here. For some reason, they don't like defending this forest. Poke out, see if they react. Wow. That's going to take 4 days. There's too much attrition moving through these mountains. There's okay supply though. Oh, good, we pushed them out of here. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. Garrison those ports. Marvellous. More blood for the blood god. Get some more people on the Soviet line. Ooh. That's not so good, but looks like we're going to hold at least one of them. Ouch. That's some serious attack. Planning bonus of 85%. That's quite something. Strengthen the line just there. That hurts. It does annoy me that I can't build factories in defences in Romania, because I mean I really should. There we go. Turn the tide with a couple of armoured divisions there. Nice. They're not puncturing our armour, are they? No. Armour in this game, incidentally, is really good. So if you have a division that's armoured, which you can look at here, this thing here, if their piercing is lower than your armour, then they, as you can see here, they deal 50% less damage, and you deal 50% more damage to their organisation. So armour is just, it's fantastic. You want to get armour in as many divisions as possible, basically. The standard infantry division for me these days ends up with some, sometimes medium, sometimes heavy, sometimes light, depending on what I'm fighting, with just one medium tank division. It also has more artillery in than this, but we've also got a huge deficit on artillery. Oof. So So we can see if we can make that up too later. We won against some Soviet convoys. Oh, good. We are taking out some Soviet convoys. That's good. This is probably a Lend-Lease. There's probably going to be a Lend-Lease between the United Kingdom and the Soviets. Of, the UK giving them some equipment, as of course there was historically. I can't really think why else there'd be a whole bunch of Soviet convoys. Go on, get to them, get to them, get to them. All the way out here in the North Sea, which seems a bit odd. We're going to get them. We've just got to reach them before any Allied ships show up. I think we're almost in range. Range usually seems to be about here. Ooh. Yep, there we go. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. U-21. Nice. 15 convoys down. There really needs to be a strategic war thing in this, like there is in Hearts of Iron 3, where you can see exactly how many like factory days of equipment you've destroyed and all that kind of stuff. What's this? German convoys. Where are these German convoys going? I've given no orders for anyone to go into the sea, apart from one foolish mistake with roads. I'm going to put all these guys straight onto the Soviet line, which, as you've seen, evidently needs some more reinforcing. Their line, I mean, they're not looking so good, though, on equipment anymore. What was that? Was that a mass withdrawal I just saw? No? Just imagining it. See, their equipment is now worse than ours. That's good. That's very good. The second push, if we were going to push just in a kind of fairly linear fashion, the second push would be Kiev and down here to... or I'm not even going to try that, but down to this river, past Odessa. I've nothing really to spend all these diplo points on. Diplo points, God, playing too much EU4, all this political power. I guess we could get a G for the Navy. There's not much point in a designer, because we've invented everything already. So I guess commerce raiding. Since we're doing some convoy raiding up here, taking out all these extraneous Soviet subs. What just happened? We lost this city. That's really not very good. That's really quite terrible. We need to maintain this line. The only next sensible fallback line is some way back, and I do not want to lose Montenia, I guess, because there's lots of oil here. Well, not traditionally in a war fought for oil. It certainly helps get our hands on plenty of it. It looks like we're going to be able to take the city back though. I'm trying not to cross this river. I really shouldn't be crossing the river with tanks. It's foolish. Tanks, if you don't know, take significantly larger amphibious penalties in their attack. So ideally we don't want to attack with them. Ah, yes, that's something else I could do. Once this battle's over, I'm going to change this fallback line into a front line, now that the Soviets have pushed nice and evenly for us all the way along, so that if we do have to do counterattacks like that, we'll have the planning bonus all built up already. Come on, 85, 87, 89. Yes! Okay. Okay, so, yeah, just reassign everyone to a front line, and I'm just going to give them a very generic order, because of course I'm not actually planning to execute this order, it's just to get the bonus for everyone all the way across the line. The problem with setting it up like this is that if my allies push, as they're trying to here, then my line will advance like that, and I really don't want my line to advance like that, so should I do it like this? I shouldn't have deleted the fallback line. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to set up the front line. Well, no, I'm going to leave it as a fallback line because I really don't want to this silly Hungarian division just mucking up my front line. Well, we retook back that city. That's good. No, not through them. But I mean, if the Hungarians want to take some land back, I'm not opposed to it. But they're not going to be able to cover the sides. Not effectively anyway. See, here come the Soviets, driving them back. Generally, you want as many people as possible to be in a front line with an attack order. I hate seeing that sometimes when people have front lines set up with no attack order. Always have an attack order set up, because there's no downsides. You don't have to execute it, and you get a planning bonus. And maybe one day you'll want to execute it, or part of it. If you have people here with an attack order to go to Odessa, right, and then you move them down here and change their attack order to Istanbul, right, they'll still have the planning bonus, which makes no sense, really. But they'll still have some of it anyway. They'll lose some of it as they travel down. But I mean, if you can have a planning bonus, have a planning bonus. There's no downside. So always have a front line. Looks like the Soviets are cleaning up this little Hungarian incursion. Not managing to retake the city, which I am very glad to see. Ooh, minus 50,000, 100 days, we're getting there. We haven't seen many Allied pushes, which is interesting. Of course, I can check, because if I go here, I can see what different battles the port divisions have been involved in. Calabria, where is that? Oh, there's been some down here. That's interesting. Oh, but these are all attacks. Oh, I guess that was us pushing in here. Yes, there haven't been many naval invasions at all recently. Problem is, now they're in the same war. Yeah, they're given military access to the Soviet Union. So the entire Allied force could just deploy here. I'm not sure how that would go. I'm not sure how they'd get there, actually, because we've contested the Danish belts. And if it's contested, armies can't pass. Oh no, they could go around. So they could potentially deploy to there. Not sure. Right. Well, see, this is the problem with allies. I do like playing just one tag, one nation, one tag, because your allies just muck up front lines. It's much harder to tell people to just stay there and get ready when you have a whole bunch of allies mucking up the front line. But it's looking pretty good. I'm going to make this a slightly longer episode than normal, I think. I just really want to get out of this infantry equipment deficit, if we possibly can. And as soon as we're out of it, I am going to switch these onto the infantry equipment 3. Because, you know, we do really need that better infantry equipment. The problem with this city is it can be attacked from 3 directions, so they can get significantly more combat width into their attacking force, which is never good for us as the defender. It's looking good though. Looking good. Still sabotaging stuff down here. I really don't care much. I mean, there's two factories. That's not really worth my time to worry about that. Almost finished building our nuclear reactor, and in 3 days allow nuclear bomb. 2 1. Alright. Nukes are us. Not really sure what else to research. I mean, I can get the better rocket engines, I guess. Might as well. We might build some rocket sites. Start lobbing some rockets at the Russian factories. Could do. Not sure how much that would be really necessary. Can I build? No, of course not, because it's Romania. Romania, build some more infrastructure in Moldova. I'm not sure how you say that one. I don't know why they're persistently not garrisoning this province here. It's quite interesting. That unit organisation too low to advance. Why? It's very odd. What we'll probably try and do when we do finally attack is a naval invasion to Leningrad, because I don't want to have to try and cross this river. It's just very, very painful. Take that lesson from World War II. Fighting on rivers in the Soviet Union. It's just not the Nazi strong suit. So what we're going to do is try and naval invade Leningrad, and we're going to have some fast divisions here, power through here, maybe try and do we'll try and pocket like that, maybe, out to Minsk and then down, and we're also going to push out to this river in a fairly even push. What we don't want to do is have a great big push, kind of front, you know, just standard push through this area, because all this marsh is horrible to attack into. It's almost as bad as mountains, and this mud as well is horrendous. Division attrition plus 70%. It's not nice at all. I'm impressed that the Romanians and Hungarians have managed to actually hold a little bit of land over here. Maybe we should try and advance to this river now. Yeah, alright, let's try that. I'm going to use my reserves from over here. It's, to add in a new front line. Just like, oops, not on the Hungarian border game, obviously. Like that. Ah yes, you can't have overlapping front lines when one doesn't have a battle plan, unfortunately. So if we have a little front line like that, let's see if we can pull that off, and then I can just bring this one back down, and they won't merge. And I guess I'll also put some section of the fallback guys onto this new plan. These ones. On this new plan. That looks good. Don't need to attack. Just get ready. 77 divisions. We really ought to be able to take that much land. 77 divisions. 60 days. Get in there. And if we can let the Hungarians do all the attacking and then just fill in, I mean, I'm fine with that. There really aren't many Soviet divisions down here. Alright, well, if there's nothing here, I mean, if there's literally nothing, you bet I'm going to push. If we can pocket these guys, that'd be even better, but I doubt we'll be able to. Looking pretty good so far. Let's actually activate the plan now. Not so good in the river crossing, but everywhere else, looking fine. Soviets really didn't garrison this area much. Taking back this will be good. Get that factory back into Romania's hands. This river is pretty much as defensible as this area. Probably better defensible, actually, because of this weakness in the middle, as you saw with that city falling a couple of times. We are going to keep trying to take this one, because that river is going to be nice and defensible just there. Get some supporters tanks going. Not there. Haven't crossed that river yet. Or should we push to the next river? Should we take Odessa? Where's the supply area? No, the supply area ends here, so I think that's okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. That's good. It's looking pretty good so far. I mean, why did you do that? Get in there, get in there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 0.2 per day. Next bomb will be done in about a year. Not long. We can start nuking the Soviets. Of course, nukes in this game are really underpowered. There's a mod. Maybe I'll activate the mod. I'm concerned if I activate the mod, then I'll get nukes to high heaven. Right, let's stop the plan. But there is a mod called Realistic Nukes, which makes the nukes significantly more, you guessed it, realistic. They kill lots of the local divisions, they lower national unity more significantly. It's a pretty good mod. I'd recommend you check it out if you haven't already. Right. That was a pretty successful push, pretty easy. I don't know, Patton. I feel like defending for a while worked out pretty well. Patton, if you don't know, is a officer in the US Army who said that no one has ever defended anything successfully. You must only attack. And I must say, in Hearthstone 4, I don't think he's right. There's significant benefit to be gained from defending, just because entrenchment's so good. Right, everyone was not attacking. Let's get you back on the front line. Okay, nice. So now we're not going to have any more... Oh. He says not going to have any more supply issues. But actually, we are definitely going to have some supply issues here. That's interesting. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to hold out here regardless. Chicken supply even if you're just standing there. Yeah. That's not great. Might have to have a separate front line for this area down here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten the front line like that, and then have a new front line into which all of these guys will deploy. And that way... Ooh, still haven't quite pushed that river. And once this line is established, I'm going to take maybe half of them and pull them back here in reserves, just outside there. So, just annoyingly enough, you can't do anything except when you're in the normal map mode, which is a silly thing for Paradox to have done, really. But that looks like it's, yeah. So I'm going to take quite a few of these guys and just pull them back, just so we don't have those supply issues. Supply is very, very important. When you have low supply, it gets horrendous. Your troops all start taking attrition, they fight less well, it's all round not pretty. Not pretty at all. Now, those motorised divisions, I think I'm going to pull them back away again and put them onto the reserves I have over here, in case of another big Operation Overlord style attack. I think that's probably the sensible thing to do, because, you know, a big attack into France would be pretty damaging at this stage. So we're going to pull back all of the... And I'm using the motorised divisions just because if you look at their template, they can go at 12 miles an hour, which is really fast. It's almost the top speed in this game. So I think that's very helpful. Stop. Why are you redeploying through that spot? Okay, so it looks like the front line and the reserve line are the same now. So I'm going to deploy everyone to the front line. Although, actually, now I think of it, now that I've got this two-line plan working down here, I'm going to have to do a two attack plan as well. Which is a shame, but oh well. Like that, and then let me draw some actual more reasonable plans rather than just kind of win, which is basically all that other plan means. Like that. And now we've got people deployed to it, I can advance it. Perfect. And once they've all deployed, again, I'll just say maybe half of you pull back. Something like that. Good. How's that infantry equipment going? Minus 15,000. We're getting there. We're getting there. I like defending this river a lot better. This was a bit too weak just here, because this one plains province could have provided some problems. I think I do want tanks on the front line. So I think if any tanks pull back, I'll put them back again and replace them by drawing back some infantry. Yeah, that works. How's the naval game going? Still taking out convoys with no losses of our own. Fabulous, that's what we like to see. Lots of Soviet convoys. My guess is, yeah, that it's a big lend-lease. Although I don't know why it's here. I mean, if it was going... It can't come through here, right? Contested, only submarines, I believe. Yeah, contested, you see only submarines can pass. So it must be going from here, and in here, and then around here, which is a very odd route for it to decide to take. Oh well. It looks like the Finnish are, you know, working admirably. hold off the Soviets. I'm very impressed. Of course, I shouldn't be surprised. The Finnish held them off very successfully during the Winter War, for quite a while at least, anyway. But they are living up to their reputation as holding unreasonably long times against the Soviets. I feel like one is not enough. It's just or are they going in there? No, they're not. This supply 23, average infrastructure 3. That's horrendous. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pushed in. None of that. Not be having with any of that. They finally garrisoned this province. Good. Well done, AI. Ooh, ooh, 3 military factories. Well, I think I'm going to put those into artillery, actually. We need more artillery, and then we also need lots of medium tanks. Cool. The air war is just not looking very good, is it? It's not good at all. Fortunately, there's no runway catering in this game, and there's no attacking armies that aren't in combat. Which really is quite a step down from Hearts of Iron 3, but oh well. It's good for us in this situation, so we won't grumble too much. Ooh, minus 8,000, here we go. But unfortunately we're losing a bunch as well. Come on, game. We just need to get to 0. But again, they're just destroying a bunch of here. Cavalry! I don't care if you're mid-combat. Delete that cavalry division. I got rid of all of them yet? No, not quite. There are 2 divisions somewhere hiding. There are 2 cavalry divisions. I could hunt them down, but it's just not. It's not a big issue. So I think I'll let them live for now. 17 divisions. Alright, in that case, maybe we do try and hold Finland. Are there any factories up here? 1. Some lots here. Okay. Since they've given me control of all their divisions, I guess we might as well use their divisions to try and hold some of their territory. So let's put them in charge under our field marshal. I guess that's probably the place to hold. And obviously take out these guys. Yeah, that's good. Because, you know, if we lose this area, all we're doing is shortening the line. And the shorter the line, the better for the defender. Maybe I should hold here rather than here. Won't make much difference, but yeah, I think that's better. There we go. The AI is saying they don't think they can handle holding that front line, but I think they might surprise themselves. We'll see. Simplest attack order ever. Planned out just there. Marvellous. Any more research? I mean, I might as well research the carriers. No harm. Have they got somehow? They've got no supply. You really should be able to take these guys out. I guess the Finnish divisions just really aren't very good. Ooh, that's not optimal. We're losing that one quite quickly. No, get in there, get in there. Whereas I detest deploying into this low supply, and I'm going to. No, come on, get in there, get in there. We can't have a breakthrough. Yes, good. Deploy as many as we can into that breach. Minus 3,000. We're getting there. Oh, they're pushing hard. Yes, we got it. We held the line. Can I build infrastructure here? Yes. I'm going to build a bit of infrastructure just there, just to get anything I can into this Moldovan region here. Good. I'm holding alright though. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Still no major naval invasions. I haven't heard the sound or seen them pop up for quite a long time. I mean, I'm not sure what the Allies are spending their time doing. Building up, I guess. Oops. Which I suppose I should be more worried about than I am really, but I'm feeling pretty confident so far. Almost got our first nuke. Well, almost. We're 20% of the way. And positive. We've got... Oh god, sorry about that. We've got enough infantry equipment now. Fantastic. Okay, well I'm going to switch over the production to level 3 infantry equipment. And, yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to call it a part there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.